Welcome back to VCT Americas. Fury and 2G head us into map 2, which will be Sunset, with Fury hanging on to a 1-0 lead. I'm Doug. With me on the call is Ender. And Ender, as we turn our attention over to Sunset, we can expect 2G to be running the tried and true, at least for them, Neon Breach combo.
Neon Breach, they're excellent on that. Of course, all about early Gambit plays, the control over A main you can get with the Breach stun, and Spike being elite on that Neon pick. But Furia, they've been running basically the same comp that they played on just a moment ago on Corrode, except with a Sova in the Fade slot. But they're, okay, they are actually the ones now playing 2G's comp?
Just interesting to see. It feels like Neon Breach in particular is kind of falling out of favor, with 2G being the only ones who are trying to like keep it afloat and try to keep it up. And for Fury to adapt into that is quite interesting, to say the least. So we are going to have a mirror comp here with the Neon Breach.
Yeah, I mean, the Breach stun nerfs did definitely hurt, even if it's 1 second
100%.
or something. It's like, all of a sudden, wait, you can't actually capitalize off of that stun so quickly.
No, Breach feels clunky as it is, and then this almost made it more so.
I'm curious to see whether or not this is like a long-term change for Furia, or if this is just going to be something going into 2G here, because I do think it's kind of hard to actually stop the Breach Neon flying at you with a pick like the Sage, who has to be a little bit more reactive, putting down a lot of her utility. But all in all, I'm a fan to see us moving a little bit away from the Sage stuff, even if it is older meta. I still think that this type of comp can definitely work.
Well, we'll see if that is the case. Again, both teams busting out the Breach Neon. This is a map that at 2G have been successful on in the past. Mind you, it was also the only map that they've won, if I'm not mistaken, but they did win on it. They are comfortable on it, and so we would expect that they're going to continue that success. The one, I mean, I guess variable is, what will Furia do, knowing that they're running the same comp, to counter some of that early aggression that has been so successful for Spike?
Well, Furia going to be starting off with just B main, actually getting right in front of the smoke put in main to fake some aggression from 2G. LZ has a slight angle over that site smoke, but really what Furia wanted to do, I think, now is to move back into mid or A main and re-clear, expecting 2G to have, snuck into a lot of the gaps that they left by showing so many players in B main initially.
Throwing out a second smoke out from LZ towards B main, too.
This might be exactly the right call from Furia. Really, there is just silence on site with a camera back in elbow. It's a very passive setup to give up this A site and play 5 players on the retake.
And a trip to cover the other side. We'll see if that goes through undetected. Smoke's not coming through, and given the fact that they've cleared all of mid, they know B's not there, they know where the hit is headed. The problem is, Fury are really far up ahead of this.
Oh yeah, and Silence has taken that fight as well. He's feeling so confident, carrying the momentum from last game.
He's gonna have to do more than that, though. Push back a little bit, Fury now committing to getting the spike down.
Here's a flank.
Heat has to hold the line, and there's a lot of threat on the other side, but he gets his ones, and he punishes both.
What a monster.
Fury in a position to steal the pistol. Something they, quite frankly, have been very poor at all year. All year,
and in this series as well. Gobert has to contend with players that have looped back around through his spawn. He's going on a walk to try and find him, but nobody's home.
If I remember correctly, they were 2 and 8 in pistols heading into this. Hold on. They know where he is, though. He's got a ticket. Yeah, he's got a...
Oh, what?
There's not enough, is there? Right.
Trying to make me look like a liar out here.
Yeah, good.
Unbelievable.
And so Furia secure the always comfortable, never an issue pistol.
I'm just gonna, I wasn't gonna go here until this pistol almost became a 1v3 that swung back to 2G, but back on Corrode, we had so many of these late round moments that like get stolen away from the team that is in a hugely winning position. I think that's going to be a big thing that's hanging over 2G's head, is they think they should have won back on Corrode if not for these late round errors.
Yeah, I mean, and they wouldn't be wrong.
But now we need to see Furia lock in those moments as well, if they want to keep this momentum from winning that rare pistol round.
2G rolling in packs across the middle of the map. They first got the orb outside of A. Now rotating back, setting up into a bit of a 1-3-1. Silence is here.
Really deep fight here on the anti-eco.
These are dangerous angles to be fighting in as well.
Yeah. Although Furia have again found an empty site, continuing to call into where the Cypher util is, has been effective for them.
And I think not committing to scaling up and hitting that fight and opting to take a step back and get the spike down and play in the post was exactly what they needed to do.
Simplifies a lot.
And so LZ and Gobera will delay this for just a moment.
Yeah, Paula, it's a little over-eager, but at the same time with such a large advantage trying to actually collect on some of these ultimate orbs. Worthwhile.
Yeah, exactly what you want your Neon doing in a position such as this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
That is the game we play.
Neon's really cool, I think.
Furia get up to 2. 2G should be able to respond with a couple of weapons here. And now, I mean, this is really where the game kind of gets started here. I think if you're 2G, you have to find a way to get all the skeletons out of your closet from the last map, from the pistol, and find a way to force your way forward. If Furia manages to convert here, this spells danger.
You know, it's been quiet round openings from 2G so far. I think it might continue to be a little bit of that.
Fast B.
Yeah. Furia going quick.
The Prize never had a shot.
Just bullying him for trying to close the door.
And Silence is playing really far up here. I mean, I guess feeling a little safety and a little comfort behind his utility, but once again,
the shock to kill.
Yeah, the danger lies in the attack.
He's feeling pressured to find kills, and Spike is feeling the exact same thing. That is now Spike exposed, but he's back into the fight off the flash. That's gorgeous!
Spike with 4. Beautifully done. 2, he falls, and 2G get on the board, and that took a lot to get there.
Hey, that's my Breach Neon though right there, the little tag team. Because again, Spike gets the first kill, that's nice. But then Gobera supports with the second flash to get back on the line.
Wow.
Really excellent.
Beautifully done. 2, he falls.
It's worth calling out though that 2G would have, come into this map prepared to play against Furia's slow style, without a breach in the comp, without this fast acceleration stuff. Surprise gets picked off by that because it is the comp swap. Now 2G forced to put a little bit more utility into A main to stall out Furia, but keep your eye on Narengo. That's a potential horizontal stun line if he had committed to it to get back into the space.
Gobera's stun should be coming up here pretty soon.
I like this, and a dink through the wall.
The flash will connect. Paul pushes forward anyway. Still manages to get a kill, but Gobera has gone unchecked. Turns a flash, gets 3 on the round.
That's disgusting. And now Prize is coming in quickly. I don't think Narengo has the timing to get into the site.
He knows that as well. Throws the brakes on the situation, delivers a dink. Now they can push forward.
The neural theft is a big help coming out from Heat, though. They know these players are backed up to spawn.
He's really far up. He may have gotten more than he bargained for.
Wasn't ready for the deeper angle. Wasn't ready for Silence coming in on that line. It's these late round moments again after all the chaos of the round starts. But really, just watch Gobera. Good tracking on the Neon initially, and the fact that with 3 players swinging him, he still manages a single kill. That just can't be happening.
7-2 for Gobera. The Breach Neon seems to be working just fine.
Yeah, the pistol win rates you were talking about, look above the Furia logo. 3-8 so far in this stage. That's what the numbers are coming from. But yeah, Furia on a quasi-pistol round here. Sheriff, Stingers. But Paula's Neon ult has been really solid. That's a stun in backside.
Gonna try to play around the wall. Flashed up, forced to take a brief moment of pause. Hear that trip, the tag onto Prize. Bullets not finding their mark. Meanwhile, LZ is aggressively denying all of that space. You'll have to reckon with the trip outside of B main.
2G are taking their sweet time right now.
Hunter's Fury out. And now the Rolling Thunder. That's really what they're waiting for. Paula manages to dance around it. Not able to connect the kill. Meanwhile, LZ, the flank is perfect. 3 on the round for the controller as 2G take the lead.
Again, I just feel like Gobert has been setting up his teammates perfectly. That Rolling Thunder forces all these Furia players that wanted to be on site. They're falling back into main. Not fully prepared for that flank angle coming in. Yeah, everyone's got util in hand. That's another stun, by the way, hitting a couple players. Didn't catch if that was off the Rolling Thunder or not, but regardless, that's Gobert having huge impact.
Yeah, I missed too. There was a trip outside of B main, and he was still alive. I don't know if he just cleared it in the chaos of everything, and there was no comm that it was cleared or what, but a little mistake there.
You know, so much going on. Big fight geared up in B main, though.
It's not a trap setup. There's not a flash or stun coming in from the other side. Both Neons just dash right by one another.
They just ignored each other. Neither of them gonna have their guns out. And yet it's 2G to win because it's 2G that brought backup into the fight. Furia didn't really match.
Here.
It's a numbers game at that point. Heat waiting on the other side of the trip. They have a decent idea of where it's coming from. It's another kill traded, sure. But in an awkward spot. Now the TP out from LZ will allow him to join the fold much faster.
And with Markador being broken down, Neural Theft coming out too. So much pressure on these 2 members alive. There's a long wrap going around from the Cypher. That mid cam hasn't been clicked into. No one knows that the flank is coming.
No trip to cover it either. This was their downfall in the previous round. It was LZ who struck. This time it will be Silence
No dice.
who will attempt it, and the timing was perfect. LZ manages to clean him up anyway.
It's flanks on flanks.
Heat gets 3 on the round. Still left in 1v2. Silence on the tap, has to get that kill out. Silence, he's gonna try to hold it. He's gonna stick it the whole way, pulls off, gets the kill anyway. And 2G secure the round.
Another round that's narrowly stolen away. But Silence is there. And it was Silence again on the decision to go for that initial flank into B main again. Punishing in a big way.
Nice!
Such a gutsy call there. But well handled, and 2G hang on to a 2-round lead. And op in the hands of Spike too.
Yep, get ready for Spike to jump over onto this ledge here. Right on his right.
I'm out of here.
He's up. And how do you clear him? I don't like your chances. That cam was broken by Prize as well. I don't think Spike was revealed.
Already saw some utility out towards B main. Those trips are still up. So the Shock not finding its mark.
I appreciate how freely Paula is stepping into these sites on the Neon. We saw it back in the last map, baiting out a lot of the Vise utility here, trying to break away Cypher trips.
What clears out Prize?
And if you clear him, there's still going to be a player top mid. There's going to be an off peeking. You mark it!
Where's the stun? There it is. Gobert is perfectly timed. Prize plays off of it beautifully, but Furious still managed to trade back and equalize.
Heat was ready for that top mid angle. Now they know the op's repositioned.
Ooh. LZ, you got to get out of there.
But keep your eyes on Heat. He hears the footsteps leaving the B site, calls the rest of his team. They cancel the A hit. They're going to come back into A, into this lurk.
They drew a flash out from LZ as well.
What?
How does Silence win that out?
And now 30 seconds left on the clock, Doug. Fury are walking into B main. This trip was repositioned. They thought it was cleared. Now it's going to catch both players.
Busted. Now rotation's coming through. They know exactly where they're headed.
It's a 2v3, but Furia have the Rolling Thunder. They've got a paranoia. They need to fight up.
If they can find value out of these bits of utility, they might have a shot at this, given that they're down in numbers, given that they're down in guns. The stun connects onto one.
Mark it though, LZ's in!
There's no way he hits all 3 here. I mean, even if he invests the ult, probability so low. The one benefit is this spike has been ticking for a little while here. Rango gets his 1, LZ's there on the swing, and 2G will get to 5.
I still can't believe Silence won that fight. Straight up 1v1 against Heat. Heat got the jump onto him. Yeah, 33 HP, just couldn't connect on a headshot. And that honestly is the difference maker in the round. If Heat gets that kill, Furia have the site freely. They've got this forward space. 2G would take so long to try and re-clear Heat before even going for the retake themselves. And now Furia are forced to go to a half buy. That's a bunch of Guardians.
Yeah, this half is getting out of hand very quickly for Furia.
And there's good baiting too from Spike here. He'll take the first shot, and then right in the corner is LZ.
Sneaky little buggers. Might just collide. Never mind, just finds his one, but the stun connects. Very nicely done. It's just a peek. But are they doubling down? My goodness, they're doubling down.
Why not?
They're not relenting on the space. So that awful hit the ground. And they're still hell-bent on fighting for elbow here.
Cry's just tagging everybody up. Heat down to 45, Adverso low. Furia still haven't been able to make headway here.
But they're still trying.
Revealing area.
Dart to clear out elbow. LZ clears the dart. So now they know there is still some of a threat here. Jump spot will confirm it. I think Silence is concerned about a late mid lurk. Beautiful smoke. No real way to make it out. That's a crispy shot. That'll keep us interested.
Yeah, 20 seconds left though. Heat's got an op. He's not really playing the round.
Yeah, he's kind of on the outside looking in, isn't he?
It's a little late for this, guys.
And now the op is out.
10 seconds left.
You got to get this kill if you want to get a shot. Get the spike down very quickly, and that won't be the case. So 2G gets to 6. Stalled out a little bit here. The money didn't look great for Furia, if I'm not mistaken.
They went for the half buy in the last round, so they could still buy up into this. They've been going for a lot of light armor and regen shields to make sure they can at least be getting, you know, Guardians on the majority of rounds. But this comp swap so far has not been paying off for them.
When we did see them have success on taking some of this early map control, I'm thinking Market, for example, where they had the stun and the flash and the quick TP through with the smoke up mid. Is that more of what you're looking for? Is that more of what you're expecting if you're going to run a comp like this?
To an extent, yeah, but it's also hard to always, like, you can't guarantee that kill because, you know, once you show that look, now 2G are realizing, hey, that's an option. They're slowing down just a little bit. We're not overcommitting into that early space. I think the way Fury have been playing, I don't even hate it necessarily. Arango hasn't been throwing out that breach stun, you know, willy-nilly or anything off the rip. Even though he's gotten into positions to use it, he's waiting for some kind of visual confirmation before he uses that button. I just feel like his teammates have never been able to capitalize because the second the stun comes down, there's a counter paranoia or a neon stun, and 2G are just doing a good job of stuffing out any type of exploitation into them.
Let's see what the adjustment is here for the attack. A lean towards B. And worth noting, if they do decide to pick on B a little bit here, prize is there, but there is a trip to cover and a lot of presence mid. And the op for Spike once more. Very similar look.
Yeah, he just wants to get up onto the line, show that the op's there against the camera, and then reposition. It's time for a Rolling Thunder fast flood, though, it seems.
They're rotating into it. The op is here.
Brilliant.
Lands a shot onto Heat. Beautifully done. Oh boy, B is not. B is not safe.
Yeah. That's where, you know, I alt chat open. Nice timeout. That's just brutal. And you know what? Spike is playing off something really interesting there because, first of all, I think the camera in mid caught him this time. Right. So he shows the op is in mid and quickly repositions into B. That's the first thing, is showing misinformation of where the operator is going to be. Second thing is, he knows the last few times Fury have been creeping into the B space, how is Paula approaching that? Well, he's stepping up right into the opening to try and peek around a corner, break a tripwire. It's contact plays first. Just like I was saying earlier with Orongo, he's not ripping early breach stuns, and they're not just sprinting into the site. They're contact, and then pouncing. So what does he do? With that quick reposition, he is then getting in front of that contact play, coming into the line, getting the pick. It's beautiful.
And it wasn't Paula that was punished. In this round, it was Heat, but you're right. And it seems like 2G have, and Spike in particular, as you were saying, have managed to dial in on what the attack side approach is. And again, that was on the other side of a timeout, where you would expect something a little different, right? A little variety or something of the such, but...
And that's where sometimes it's even better than calling some kind of completely different strat. What 2G are doing in the time up is they're crafting this idea of let's show them something that they saw just 2 rounds ago at the immediate start of the round with that op in mid, except this time we're not going to stick around there. We're not going to have that walk down from the Sova, that mid trap we saw a few times ago. And instead Spike's just going to do a little bit of that to them.
Spike's going to spike. That's going to get 2G to 7.
Caution here.
And I mentioned a couple of rounds ago that this is getting out of hand very quickly for Fury. It does not slow down whatsoever.
It's a tough one. Looking at the buy again, seeing Orongo with that ulti in his hand for 3rd, 4th round in a row. This time the drone has to come in. We can't take it that slow this time.
They found the cam.
That's a win. We take those. They've got the sight.
Also take those.
Now, I mean, the bad guns at close range when you've got some utility to play off of.
Remember, this is where 2G struggled. In positions where they should be able to put this away. And silliness happens. This time it was Paula who gives his life away.
And LZ walking through A once again. 2G really aren't changing anything. Are we ulting?
Oh no.
In a 3v5.
With no scale up behind it. TP backside. Orongo's repositioned into a cheeky little spot. Only 1 kill found. Prize is the one who has the op. Adverso has ult. They're going to play for the post plant around the ult. He's gotten it to half. Adverso can't stop this.
Taken out.
I'm going to let you break that down. As the resident expert of all things Valorant and Colorcaster, I'm going to leave that job to you, big guy.
I don't know. If I'm in the coaching booth, I'm crying. Like, Furia, at the last minute, they realized, okay, we've got these 2 big ultimates. Maybe we can win a round.
In a 5v3.
In a 5v3. And the crazy thing is, if Orongo can get even 1 kill, you know, before being traded out in spawn. If Tui's can do anything from the boost angle, I loved the spot he was in, but he got nothing done there.
Yeah.
He had a bulldog, he's not connecting the shots. Like, if anyone can hit a shot, they have a chance.
I gotta tell you too, man, if you're gonna run a breach neon on attack, I mean, sometimes it's for traps, a lot of times it's for gaining space. They have not done that.
No. Well, maybe this round.
But even then, this isn't like a breach stun into an aggro neon TP or slide, and you're at least taking some space away. That's the whole point of the comp.
Oh no, we've got a camera in hand on the lurk. We're blinding up into the site. This is actually going Furia's way.
Of course it is.
Go, go, go!
Right when you don't like what they're doing, somehow they're making it work.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course they are. Now Prize is left in a 1v2. He has a dart and a shock.
Threat of him on the flank online. Furia aren't together just yet. Needed some time, but with Prize going down pawn, they get to reposition. It's planted out in the open for them. For elbow, for the wrap back into main. It's a great spot.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Prize, you're in such a tough spot here because you presume you're going to use the dart for elbow or something like that. You can't imagine or expect that they're going to be playing together.
He has to dart spawn. Otherwise, he can get wrapped on 2 angles. Now he knows.
Only 1, though, and that's a stun. Yeah, concern for elbow as well. That's a flash, still only showing breach utility. 2E's has been completely concealed this whole time.
Enemy remaining.
Now, position given away. Yeah,
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, try to get the kill. Why not?
Okay, they've both run out of bullets. We go on to the next.
Last round before the switch.
I think Furia finally, you know, they've been doing a lot of these slow contact plays like I was saying. This time they showed a lot of presence and froze. And I think you're right to doubt that to an extent. Fortunately for Furia, 2G tried to re-clear them, you know? And all of a sudden Furia are there waiting. They can deal with those players coming onto their screen easily enough. If the re-clear doesn't come in then you're starting to wonder like, oh, hold on, where are we on the map? We don't have any space. That problem rears its head again. Ouch.
This is a slightly different look out from Fury. A bit more of an investment across the middle of the map. You've got the stunt setup for A main if there's a fight.
Fury are really expecting the re-clears. They see the paranoia in A main. That might cause them to take some more liberties into mid. And the camera, or the drone's broken before it sees Paula.
There's danger on this mid peak. Oh,
No chance.
Rise gets away with murder.
So much distraction coming in from top mid. That's what Paula's fighting against while he's getting pinged up by a dart. And now it's a 3-stack leaning into B. Prize is still right here. Perfect angle for him.
Only 1 kill found, though. And you still have a lot of the defensive utility on the side proper. The cam is cleared. They realize that they've lost market. Now, there is a timing window here where Fury can crunch onto the site.
Right here.
Ring around the rosy.
30 seconds
They've
left.
rotated right by one
Cage,
another.
cage,
You're
cage.
absolutely right. And so while they've been clearing out backside, they lost their own main.
And now the Omen ult to reposition there. 2G have 3 players back in main.
How in the world are Fury going to pull this off?
And a rolling thunder to capitalize off of.
They swing at just the right time. Spike punishes. And now they can push forward. It's just Tui's and Adverso huddled up in the opponent's spawn as they try to hang on to the site. Spike tapping just once.
Last player standing.
Verso up in it, trying to find any free kill he can, and that's 2. But 2G avoid disaster, and they take a 9-3 lead at half.
Really strong bounce back after Corrode slipped away from them.
And some of the early rounds slipped away from them, too.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, there were some of the makings of that in the opener of Sunset.
I think especially when it came to late round moments, this team far more locked in. I mean, even in a round like that, you see them repositioning, playing very strong 3 players back into main. Nice! Calling that on the fly.
Felt like there were a couple of mistakes out from Furia that put them in this position. We'll see if 2G can close it out and take us to Ascent. Well, that was one of the halves of all time as 2G walk into the second half of Sunset with the 9-3 lead.
Yeah, if you missed it, go back, watch the VOD.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're really recommending that people do that?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I? You got to keep our eye. Oh, I just got baited.
Again.
I want to go in game because
Again.
we've got to keep our eyes on the future.
Oh.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. The timing was a bit off there.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong screen because I had my eyes on the future.
On the future, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's focus in on the present. Furia are in a bit of trouble here. Now they're on defense. Now we're going to get to see this highly talked about 2G Breach Neon comp on attack.
Yeah, because we actually didn't see the Breach Neon comp on attack in the first half.
Yeah, well said.
Although this looks eerily similar to the other pistol round where no one was on A site, and then the attackers walked into A site.
Right.
If I remember, there was a Cypher that was playing back where the Neon is currently that got a pick.
Right.
And then we'll know if it's really the same round. This is just one sick joke. I thought for a moment we were getting
It's going to happen again. Yeah. Very quick reminder one more time. Fury have struggled in pistols all stage.
There's a monster flank coming from Silence. If 2G can stall it out with 4 on site.
It's easier said than done.
Oh, camera sees everything.
Now cleared out. A little bit of utility to provide some cover. There it is. Double dink to the back of the head. Nothing personal. 4v4 here on the site is now you see Fury trying to flood their way through and funnel their way onto the site. But LG and Silence holding the line. Prize gets the last. The pistol woes continue for Fury as 2G gets to 10.
Yeah, it's time for Furia to force up with everything they got, I think. Unfortunate they're on the defense side of things and can't even ask for the extra money from a plant. Because this game is flying away. And I've got to once again just like actually shout out what a monster Silence has been here, going for that late wraparound. And there's also, you know, just all the stall that the 2G squad is throwing into that spawn choke to give him that time.
Silence is 14-5 right now. And Corrode, if I remember correctly, at one point he was like 22-8.
Yeah, he was insane back on that map.
The guy has had an outrageous series so far.
It looks like Furia didn't force.
Playing the long game here.
I guess. Sheriff on Paula, but he's on the wrong side of the map.
I will say Furia did gamble correctly. The stack is in the right place.
Yeah, but they're not really fighting. They're just kind of sitting there.
Not yet. Give them a moment.
Okay.
Now funneling through. And they will get a bullet between the eyes.
Okay, Heat's in there.
This is, I mean, this is a little messy. Still 3 classes though. And that's now just 1. Just like that. 2G will get to 11. And Furia are likely thinking about Ascent here.
Yeah, hard to have much belief on this map. Again, this is 2G's map pick. They've looked solid on this.
Right.
Furia are also trying out a new comp into today as well.
How would you grade how that experiment has gone, Christy?
I believe in a pass or fail system instead of a letter grade.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And so was this a pass or a fail?
I'll let everyone watching be a judge. It's one of those two. We'll see what they can do with rifles, though. Because I mean, they literally haven't gotten to play attack. Let's give them a chance.
Didn't play.
Oh, sorry, defense.
Right.
I wasn't even going for something there. That's the worst part. Now I just feel mean.
Yeah, well, I don't know that you'd be too off the mark. 2G take the site. Spike takes Paula's life.
With a bulldog? Like, how is he in market that quick?
With no real, cover there. I'm actually really surprised that they were able to exploit such a massive gap in the defensive hold here.
Heat snuck up, though. But Prize is holding him from main.
Yeah, he is.
There's no market pressure because Silence is guarding Spike's back. It's just really good coverage and teammate protection from 2G.
Neither controllers have any smokes right now to inject into the fold. There's Paranoia coming through. Prize's cover, you mentioned earlier. Not a moment too soon. Couple of rifles still in this. This is not secure for Furia. They're down in numbers. And LZ has a stinger. Yeah, they've gotten out onto the site. Yeah, they've taken a little bit of space, but they've got to win these fights, and that will not be the case. Silence gets 3, 2G gets to 12.
Match point.
Straight up, this to me is just a map difference and a experience difference. Like, 2G on this map in post plants, how locked in are they? Yeah. Compared to back on Corrode, where you're dealing with a lot of chaotic angles, a map that you're still working through. First time playing that as a team on the VCT stage.
Right.
It makes sense that things aren't perfect for them. but it is night and day when you compare the two next to each other. That was beautiful. I loved everything they had going for them in their post-plant spots.
Yeah, infinitely more comfortable.
Revealing area.
I have to agree with you.
At the same time, a 2G that don't look so much. They're struggling, trying to play for these orbs, but getting punished by stuns. Good paranoia, but the shots just aren't there to follow.
And so 2G rotate away, decide they want to explore the middle of the map.
Fury are going to refight here.
There they are. No real option otherwise. They've got to win some of these, and they're not getting a single advantage, man.
I mean, look at Silence. He's just still going. Yeah, let's just wall hack. We know exactly where 2E's is. Now it's a 5. Don't plant the spike. Let's go hunt him down. Oh, yeah, beautiful. let's ult him on the site. Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, Breach is going to run to B while everyone else just jump at him with knives out.
Or they're just bullying 2E's right now.
No, just, again, a brilliant post-plant setup from 2G, right? They have the spike planted on B, 4 players defending the A site.
Right, covering every single flank.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way into the site.
I mean, just great awareness as well on the final player.